In this video, I'm going to talk about string interpolation within Microsoft Power Apps. Now, what is string interpolation? String interpolation is basically a new way to concatenate strings in Power Apps. So, basically, any formula you write in Power FX with the help of a string object, then you can use string interpolation. Now, it's a modern way. It's a modern practice used in top programming languages like C Sharp and Python, and there are many other languages which do support string interpolation. Now, it is useful for embedding formulas within a text string. Now, what is the purpose of string interpolation? Now, basically, it makes your code readable. Now, how we used to do in Power Apps, if you want to append couple of strings, then what we used to do is like we used to use double quotes and then use a concatenation operator called as ampersand. So here, if you see this example, it is written as double quotes hello, and then you put a space and then you put an ampersand and then you put in another object which is which will output a string variable, and then you append another string object and put an ampersand around it. Now, so if you separate your string object with ampersand, then it will actually do a concatenation of the string and it will render the output. Now, similarly, you can use function named as concatenate. So in concatenate, it's basically another way to append your string. Now, concatenate function, you can put in various string objects separated by comma. So here, if you see the syntax, you can have double quotes, string enclosed in double quotes, and you can have as many strings as you want, right? Now, the third way, the modern way to use string interpolation is basically to use a dollar sign and then put a double quotes, and then you put the string object over here. As you see over here, yeah, we have put the text as hello. Now, if you want to put any dynamic content, so if you want to put a dynamic content, basically, then what do you do is you enclose that in a curly braces. Now, as you see over here, user dot full name is in curly braces. So from a syntax perspective, it starts with dollar sign. It has a double quotes at the start and the double quotes at the end, and then any text you can just specify as it is. However, if you want to put something in a dynamic fashion which will calculate the object at the runtime, or which is contextual to the execution logic, then you put that in a curly brace. Now it helps in code readability, and basically it is a modern practice, like it's kind of a modern way of writing the code. Now it can be utilized in other applications like Copilot Studio. So it is not only limited to Microsoft Power Apps, but then all the Power Platform based solution which has Power FX embedded in it, you can utilize the string interpolation functionality. Now, some of the usages. Okay, so as you see over here, I've put some usages over here. So if you put a dollar sign and if you put two double quotes, then it is equivalent of putting a blank space. If you put some string around it, it will return out that string back. Now here we are making use of static and dynamic components. So text one is a text label control, basically, which will have a text one is basically a text box control, and whatever text is available within that text box control will be showing you within this curly braces, right? Now, if you want to show curly braces, then you need to escape it with that same curly braces syntax. Okay, and this is one example whereby if I put some mathematical operations and enclose it with a string, it will treat that as a string. But if I put the same mathematical operation within a curly braces, then it will try to execute that and it will give you that result based on how you have defined the equation. So basically on base of BODMAS rule. Okay, so bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Now, if you want to include double quotes, again, you need to escape it with the same value. Okay, so if you put two times double quotes within a string, then it will render the double quotes. And if you want to render a dollar, then you just specify dollar and then you need to escape it out. Okay, so this is how you basically display the dollar sign within the Power Apps application. So let us jump into the demo. So let me quickly show you how these things work. So I've already opened Power Apps interface. So if you navigate to make.powerapps.com and if you select the correct environment, then you should be able to open the Power Apps authoring interface. Now here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a control. Okay, so the control would be, say, I have a text box. So I'll just drag this text box over here, and within the text box I'll write some value. Okay, so I'll just write in Australia. Okay, and here let me make it a bit bigger. So maybe let me make it, say, 40, sizes 40. Okay, so this is text box value. Okay, now if I want to see what the name of it, it's called as text canvas 5. Okay, so this is text canvas 5. Maybe let me just rename this to text country. Okay, now if you want to see the value from a label perspective, what you need to do is, like, if you click on plus and then just type in text label, and I'll just drag and drop the text label over here. Let me put it in some different color. So let me make it red, and the size as maybe 50. Okay, so this will be my output text. Okay, so this will be my output text. Now this is one of the control, and this is another control. Now if I want to show the control over here, so if I want to see the output, okay, so the output is text. However, if I just type in, say, my name Girish, okay, then it will show me my name. So this is like a simple text inclusion, double quotes. Now if I want to show, so text country dot text. Okay, then you see this particular text label is rendering the output of the text control over here, right? So you can do like that only. Okay, now I'm going to do, I'm just type in hello. Okay, so if I just type in hello, it will render hello. Now if I don't put anything over here, just a double quotes, then it will just render nothing. Okay, so it is equivalent to kind of a blank value. Okay, now let me again go back to the control just to see where it is. Okay, so it is here. Okay, so let me remove this. Yep. Okay, so I have this label now, and in the label I put double quotes, so it's blank. Okay, so it is rendering blank. Now if I just type in hello, okay, and if I want to append something, so what I can do, I can just type hello Girish over here, or maybe I will just put it in two different strings. So take for example, if your output is coming from two different string, then what you can do, you can just type in hello and then put an ampersand and then put a space. Okay, and then you put an another ampersand and you can type in the another output value. Okay, so and like this you can display the concatenated string. Now, there is another way to write the similar thing. What you can do, you can make use of concatenate function. So concatenate function, here you will just type hello, okay, and then comma, and then put another string which is space, and then another text. Okay, so this is how you render the uh, string value. Now these are the older ways of doing things, but then if you want to make use of the concatenation, uh, if you do not want to use the concatenate function, or if you do not want to use the ampersand to append the string, then you can use string interpolation. So the string interpolation syntax is, you put dollar, double quotes, open and close, and within it here you can type in hello and Girish. So you can just type the continuation, okay, the text. Now if you want to use some function, okay, then what you can do, you can enclose that in a curly brace. Okay, so if you put that curly brace and then you need to write the function, so I'll just make use of, say, user function. Okay, so there is a user function, and then if I want to take the full name of the logged in user, then it will give me the full name of the logged in user. So this is all dynamic. Now if I remove the curly brace over here, then it will just print out the text value. Okay, so this is as good as printing out the text value. But then if you enclose this in a curly brace, then it will render this dynamic content, and then it'll try to extract the information. Okay. Now, similarly, if I have an equation, okay, so if I have an equation, I'll just say 5 multiplied by 9 minus 4 plus 22. It will just render the equation as it is, because it is displayed in the form of a string. Now, if I just put a curly brace around it, then it will actually execute that equation, and then it will give you the result. So the answer is 63. So if you actually calculate, it says 5 into 9, 45. 45 minus 4, 41, and 41 plus 22 is 63. So this is how it evaluates the expression. Now, if you want to say render, say dollar, just dollar value, then you can just put dollar and then it will render dollar. Okay, so you need not escape it using any other value. So you just put dollar in the double quotes. Now, if you want to display say curly braces, okay, so if I have an equation, so take for example, if I have equation 2 plus 3 minus 4, okay, if I have this equation and if I want to render the curly brace, okay, so I'll just type results in, and in curly braces I'll just type 2 plus 3 minus 4. Okay, so if I render this, it says 2 plus 3, 5, 5 minus 4 results in 1. And if I want to put this 2 plus 3 minus 4 in curly braces, then it will start executing that function, because we do not want that. Okay, so what you can do, you can put another curly brace, and here at the end also you put another curly brace, and then it will display the curly brace option. So this is how you basically escape the curly braces. Okay, now if you type in say hello Girish over here, and if you want to put a double quotes around Girish, so then what you can do, you can just put a double quotes around Girish. Okay, and if you just put double quotes around Girish, then it will throw a syntax error, right? So what you need to do, for a double quotes you again put a double quotes, and for the end double quotes you again put a double quotes. And this is how you basically put a double quotes in the string value. Okay, so escaping anything related to double quotes, you need to put double quotes. Escaping anything related to curly braces, you need to repeat the curly brace, start, end, and then you can escape it. But however, for dollar sign you need not do anything, you just type in the dollar sign and then it will automatically render the content. So that's it, folks. This is all about using string interpolation in Microsoft Power Apps. You can use this for any command which is available within Power FX. So make use of that. And it is also available within other Power Platform applications as well. Thanks for watching.